Okay, now we're going to look at a different scenario where we have a weak acid and a strong base. So when you've got one weak and one strong, at first you're going to have equilibrium. So you'll have to do some stoichiometry, and then you'll deal with the equilibrium. And so you can either use ice or Henderson, Hasselbalch, or both. And so we'll see how that works. All right. It says calculate the pH when the following quantities of 0.05 molar potassium hydroxide solution have been added to 50 milliliters of 0.025 molar solution of benzoic acid. And it tells us that the Ka is 6.5 times 10 to the negative 5. So we have 20 milliliters, 25, and 30 milliliters. So our first step, kind of step 0, of course, is writing a balanced equation. And of course my pen's not going to work. Let's try this one. Really? Okay, I'll get your little giggles out while I deal with this on video. Remember that IB will only give you monoprotic acids for these sorts of calculations. So it's going to be 1-to-1 ratio, and it's all balanced. Okay, we're going to find the equivalence point. So I'm going to start with my 50 milliliters of my benzoic acid, and I'm just going to write it as HA because this is a lot shorter than that. And I'm going to figure out what volume of base is my equivalence point. Okay, so I have 0.025 moles for every 1,000 milliliters. Okay, and it's a 1-to-1 mole ratio. And then my base is 0.05 molar. Okay, and if we do all of our math, we find out that 25 milliliters is the equivalence point. Okay. Alright, so we know this, but we're going to start out with what, and we're going to go in chronological order. We're going to start with our 20 milliliters of KOH. Okay, so at this point, we have a buffer situation. Because we have our acid, and then we have some of the acid that's reacted to form the salt, the potassium benzoate. So our pH is going to equal pKa plus log of the concentration of salt over the concentration of the acid that's remaining. So we need to know the concentration of our salt and the concentration of the acid remaining. Well, let's figure this out. I'm going to have used all 20 milliliters of the potassium hydroxide. I should put a unit in there. Okay, and I'm going to first figure out the concentration of the salt. So I'm going to use my molarity. And I'm just going to write salt to keep it simple. Okay. And that means 0.001 moles of salt have been added, or have been formed, sorry. And total volume, well, I have my 50 milliliters, so 0.05 of the acid, and 0.02 from the base, so I'm going to divide that by 0.07, is 0.014. Okay, so that's my salt concentration. I'm going to do the same thing to find my concentration of the acid. I'm going to figure out how much acid has reacted at this point. Okay, now that's how much of the acid has reacted. Well, we got to figure out how much we had to start with, and we had 50 milliliters, so 0.05 liters times 0.025 moles per liter is 0.00125 moles is the original. So I'm going to subtract 0.001 from it. Okay, and I get 0.0025 moles remain, and I'm going to divide by my volume, which again is going to be the 0.05 plus 0.02, so my current total volume. And that's 0.00357, and that's my concentration of the acid. Alright, so, I'm running out of room. My pH is going to equal to pKa, so the negative log of 6.5 times 10 to the negative 5 plus the log of 0.014 divided by 0.00357. And my pH is 4.78.